Hello everyone. I just thought, I was just about to do my makeup actually, to go out and see a friend, and there's not much left on my face from this morning, bit of brow, bit of base, and I just thought I'd show you how I kind of add more makeup to my face, just making my makeup look more decent and fresh and just a little bit of colour rather than just sort of like at home, plain face. So first of all for me, always hydration. So I'll start with my beloved Caudalie. This is the rose one, I believe. It's Beauty Elixir Soothing Glowing Complex. I think it was a limited edition one, this one. But either or. Oh, there is nothing quite like this. And also what's really lovely is the spritz. It's so delicate, and I'm not sure whether you've had the same experience as me, is that I've sprayed my face, I've literally drenched my face, and some of these sprays are quite expensive, and I'm sure the Elixir is beautiful, but literally if it dumps on your face and you feel too wet, then you're just never going to go back to it. So the spritz and essence and Caudalie facial sprays are second to none. If you're spacing gay, go and have a little spritz. So I'll just do that just to kind of freshen my base, and then it's all about hyaluronic acid. I love all sorts of hyaluronic acids, pestle and mortar being one of my favourites. I've just found a new one. The Ordinary does a great hyaluronic, and it's a really key ingredient. Lots of people talk to me and ask what to do about fine lines, dehydration under the skin when you put concealer on, and I'm sure I've spoken to this before. Hyaluronic is fantastic. This is one I've just found from a company called Venn. It's a really beautiful formula. It's from Los Angeles, and this is called Age Response Compound K Hyaluronic Booster. I think I'm going to do some more in-depth skincare reviews next, well, not next season, when I come back in September. Anyway, it just comes in a little dropper. You don't need too much because you're just being specific about where you're putting it. But whatever hyaluronic you choose to put on, it makes such a difference just to pat it around the eye area. Now, if you've got oily skin or fine lines or dehydration isn't your issue, then you don't need to do this. But for me, just to kind of add a little bit more hydration around this area, because I do love to glow, as you know, and not in a kind of space age way, I love to do that. Putting it on the lips as well as key, because I want to put a nice, very soft, easy red that I wore on a live actually the other day on Instagram when I interviewed the owner of Wild Nutrition, Henrietta Norton. Really fantastic. I've been taking her new supplements she's developed. They're called Natural Glow, and it's all about increasing the melanin in your skin in order for your skin to be stronger and more protected in sunlight. Pop over there if you want to see that interview. If you want more, let me know and I can do a whole other thing on that. Here, just try and keep the content different and fresh and always entertaining, hopefully. Favourite eye cream, as I'm sure many of you know, is Sunday Riley. I don't want to be like a parrot where I'm going on about the same products all the time, but there are some products worth buying, and there are some products that are not. And autocorrect eye cream is just lovely. I like to put it on there and around here. Now what you'll see is that it's slightly creamy in colour, and that just fades. And then actually I've just moved the light here so you can see a nice sheen of my cheekbone. It's got a lovely kind of iridescent finish to it, so again it's sort of amplifying that dewiness. So next I'll use a moisturizing base, just because I'm going to pat it lightly on my face. So nothing that's sort of medium to heavy coverage, nothing that's going to be too drying, because my skin already feels a bit dry, having had makeup on all day, but I don't have the time to wash it. So this is my little tricks to share with you. So Miracle Second Skin by Max Factor, really hydrating. Coconut milk, aloe vera in there, and also something like Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue. They're really great products that you can just pop on and apply where you'll use your foundation. I'm going to use this product by Surat Future Dew, and I just love the packaging of this. And I also love what, you know, basically there's like a soft spongy area at the top here, and you can just give yourself a few little drops. And I often talk about products being flexible. I should come in a little bit closer so you can see. Flexible and sort of creating like a light web over your face of pigment. and coverage. And you've probably noticed that if you've ever used MAC Face and Body, where you put the product on and it creates this really lovely sheer finish on the skin that's buildable. And to me, this Surratt base is very similar to that, but just a little bit more soft to apply. The formula is probably just a little bit more premium. So I will place this around my nose where I'm red, across the front of my face here. This is always the area that if you're doing little touch-ups, if you just tidy up this area here, it just makes your skin just a little bit more polished. That's where you have the uneven pigment, and already that makes a huge difference, doesn't it? And a bit on my chin, because that's where I'm sort of a bit ruddy in complexion. So the skin feels lovely and hydrated now. I'm happy with that. I'll go in with a cream, blusher, not powder, because I'm building. When you're building on something that's already existing on your skin, just put powder to the side, because it will just build up on top of each other and it will cause a residual of makeup or powder on your skin, and it will just look more obvious. So I've used this before, Devoted. I mean, I just love Hourglass. I really, really do. They're such beautiful products. And I think if I didn't say before, I'll tell you now, this just really, really lasts. Probably the most long-lasting blusher I've used to date. And so it should be for the price. But if you are in the mood to treat yourself, one of these blushers, maybe I'll do a film on Instagram of all the different colours, or maybe you'd like that here. I'm not sure whether you just prefer sort of like looks or whether you like product breakdowns. So this is just really nice, just to take away the flatness of my face and just to add a little bit of something. If I'm feeling really tired, I will add a much brighter sort of pop of colour. Probably end up putting the lipstick on my cheeks like I always do. But for now, this is what I want to do. I feel much fresher. It's just, everyone has their thing, right? About the side where they sort of have their hair, like, you know, I couldn't wear my hair that way around because it would just feel too weird. It's always just sits there. I'd love a centre parting, but it never kind of sits in the right way. Or we just have our isms, don't we? And mine is skin. I just love it to look as sort of fresh and as clean as possible. And I'd sort of forgotten about this Surratt one. So I'll just tidy up brows. I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in Taupe. This was from this morning, so actually they've stayed put, but a nice little lift and a kind of tidy up for me, sort of like filling in the holes here and just making them a little bit sort of thicker helps my frame of my eye. Gone far too heavy there underneath. Let's just brush that through. That's the beauty of kohl pencil, isn't it? You can just add a little, oh, quite like that structure there anyway, it's quite nice, really filled it out. Let's see if I can match it on this other eye. Some people have to pull their brows from the top, but because my brows sit quite high in my head, I actually have to do it that way around and pull them down slightly. So nice strong brow, and I'm going to use just a little wash of groundwork. I've got it in one of my work palettes at work. Obviously, since sort of COVID times, everything has to be sort of packaged and put away very quickly. So I've just got this cream palette, which did upset me putting it in this because I like everything in its beautiful packaging. But anyway, this is a cream shadow, and this is, oh, it's not groundwork actually. That's too purpley. Where's groundwork? Oh, well. Let's just go in with this one. And I'm not going to be able to tell you what one it is. Anyway, it's a matte cream. I believe it's Beauty Pie. I will try and find it and put it in the description box for you. But a nice firm brush. This is the Weather Concealer Buffer. And I'm just putting it in my socket, as you can see, just to define my socket. But I'm going to keep it nice and light on my lid because I'm going to go for a lip. And this is like a quick fix, you know, from desk to park, maybe? We can do bars now, can't we? Whatever, just kind of going out and refreshing my makeup. So that's all I'm doing for my eyes. And then I'll go in with my mascara. Now, this morning I used Honest Beauty, which I love, but because it really stays and dries on my eyelashes, I need to use a wetter mascara to add a little bit of bulk and to put the mascara at the root of my lashes to kind of add it on. What you could do is get a little mascara spoolie, dip it in eye makeup remover and just wash it over your eyes just once, not too much, because obviously, you know, you'll end up with it all down your face, but that will loosen the mascara, enabling you to just add on another layer without it going cloggy. So I'm just going to add this, not too much at the tips, and I'm just going to keep this on my top lashes only, because I don't really want much of a makeup look, but I just want my lovely lip colour. And everyone said this looked lovely last night. And again, it's all about texture, right? The makeup that I recommend to you is all about beautiful, beautiful textures, and allowing you to put colour on your face without it sort of feeling like another layer. I must say, this Surratt foundation is beautiful. It's funny how you sort of forget things. There's not very much in it though. It's only mils, but it's tiny really. Yeah, the size of my fingers. Anyway, you only need a little bit. You can see how much that it's spread. So just lift those lashes to make myself look a little bit more wide awake. And that just works with the lighter and sort of softer shades on my eyes. And then I will simply go in with my lip. Now I wanted to show you something. I got this out to show you. e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Now you know from my lips around here I'll often use Trini London Miracle Blur. This is pretty much a similar form. It's like a putty. It does come with a little brush. I'm going to put it on with my fingers first, but if I'm wearing a strong lip, I do like to put that on first. So let's see what it looks like with finger first. Okay, so it's slightly thinner than Trini's. Trini's goes on quite thickly, which I don't mind because it blends out. I'm not sure whether this is new or not. Let's just buff it with the brush. It's got a firm, she could be firmer. I'll go delicately. Do you know what? I'm going to use the side of it because I don't want to brush it all off. Well, what it has done, it has mattified that area beautifully. So it has softened those lines. Great, okay. So the lipstick that I want to show you is Chantecaille Le Matte Stylo, and it's Lobelia. This is in a pen. This is the lipstick. The reason I'm showing you this is because I interviewed someone wearing it and it was just so pleasant to wear. It's those sort of times, isn't it, when you feel that people are staring at you a lot, that if you've got a colour on your lip, unless it's sort of really one of those ones that hold fast and sometimes you're just not in the mood. This was hydrating and it really stayed put. That putty makes such a difference on my lip, making it sit much quicker and easier. This is also a really lovely summer red. Before I go to the bottom lip, I'll just show you the transfer. So it's actually much sheerer than a lot of the lipsticks that I have shown you before. Oh, 1 second, sorry, I've just got to grab the door. Right, there we are. The reason I show you what that happens when I do that lip transfer is that it kind of gives you a guide of how pigmented these lipsticks are. It's like the Lisa and Pat McGrath, or Lisa Eldridge and Pat McGrath lipsticks. When you rub your lips together, you almost get an imprint of colour. So you don't really need to put on too much more. But with this you do, but it's different. This is literally so featherweight. I absolutely love the look and feel of this. And somehow just being in a pen, it just makes it easier and it feels a bit more casual, I suppose. That'll teach me to talk and put lipstick on. Thank you for the, I've still got my Invisalign on, I don't know whether you can see it. Thank you for the lovely compliments about my teeth. Yes, if you look back to my early films, I had really wonky bottom teeth and I had so many braces when I was younger. I had the brace that came out of your mouth and was like literally strapped behind your neck at night. It was horrible. So when I started to see my teeth going at the bottom, I thought, I just don't want to go through braces again. So I sort of ignored it. And obviously doing the filming, you sort of notice things about your face that you wouldn't really ever notice before. I just thought I can't do it. But as we get older, our bottom teeth definitely start to jut forward. So I have worked with a dentist called Dr. Uchenna. She's on the show called 10 Years Younger. You may have known it. And I was like, please, can I have my teeth done with you? So I think it was over lockdown, actually, December, I decided to do it. She was like, oh God, I wondered whether when you were going to ask me. And I thought, well, I wanted you to tell me that I needed it done. Anyway, very silly. Anyway, so thank you, Chenna, sorting out my teeth. Actually, so easy. If you want more information about Invisalign, I can tell you all about it. I know it's very popular now and it's been super, super easy. I've got a few more weeks to go. So in September, I should be brace free, but I've managed to talk my way through it and put lipstick on. Anyway, really gone off topic, but all these things kind of help to make us look and feel good. And I'm dead thrilled that I've got much straighter teeth now. Anyway, let's fill in with the last bit of lippy. So the texture is matte, the feel is super lightweight, and skin is looking lovely and gleamy. I'm really pleased about this. Look, I've got a light here, so if I just turn that light away, you can kind of see the difference in daylight, how it would be if I was normally filming for you. You see how much flatter that looks. Do let me know what you prefer. I mean, I think it's quite nice to sort of see the texture of the lipstick, of the skin, more when you've got a bit of a brighter light on it. As you know, I've always tried to film in daylight to kind of give you a sort of real reality feel about the makeup that I'm putting and how it looks, and it's not too overlit, but let me know what you think. For me, it's quite nice to see the shine. One finishing touch, and to be honest, I wouldn't probably do it now, but I will anyway, just to sort of show you. And I will do this sometimes if I'm at work, if I'm feeling a little bit dehydrated and I just want to give my skin a bit more of a hydrated boost. I will go in with one of my facial oils. Now, De Mamiel is a brand that I use and have talked about a lot on this channel. She has the most exceptional blend of oils. One in particular, which I use every day before I do a client and on myself, is called Altitude Oil. She actually created it, Annie, the owner of the brand, she actually created it for herself when she was flying a lot many moons ago. It's got eucalyptus and lavender and geranium and mint, and it's absolutely beautiful. And she harvests her own oils in England, and she does the seasonal oils. So she has a winter one and she has a summer one, and this is just exquisite. The thing with Annie's oils, oh look at those, is that they literally come from her heart. I'm sorry, that sounds a little bit whimsical, doesn't it? But she is quite, she's a sort of, she's very spiritual, Annie, and she's extremely clever. She actually has sort of like superpowers, if I could say that. I had a facial with her and she literally put me together. Funny actually, I've had 2 facials with Annie over the last sort of 10 years, and every time I've gone to see her, I've always been a little bit broken, and it's just sort of coincided. It's like she knows and she's like, hi, do you want to come in? Oh, anyway, and she puts me back together again. So Annie de Mamiel, please look into her. Anyway, so what I will do, Summer, and it's lovely because, you know, for all the sort of fruits and vegetables that you want to eat that are seasonal, how lovely to put seasonal oils on your face too. So I rub it really well into my hands. So let's take a few deep breaths, and then just on the outside of my face and just on my forehead, super lightly. It just gives me that lovely glow. It's not going to disturb any of the base that I've used, and just use it on the rest of my arms or just back of my neck, or sort of, you know, the ends of my hair, whatever floats your boat. But her seasonal oils are just so lovely. Okay, so there we go. There's the look. I hope you like everything. And I'm going to take a little mini break now, just over the summer. I'm probably back mid-September with lots of new products and things that I've discovered over that time. It's just a bit crazy with the children and filming and everything, and it's always good to take a little mini break. Don't worry, I'm not going for very long, to get inspired and make sure that I'm coming back with lots of poignant, interesting, informative, relevant content for you guys. Have a lovely summer, whatever you can do. If you can go away, lucky you. And I look forward to seeing you back in September. Much love, bye.